When solving two-steps equations, so we've already done one-step equation where there was just one thing that you had to do in order to solve for x. Now we're going to add a second step into it. So when solving two-step equations, first undo the add and subtract part, then undo by multiplying and dividing. So when you do when you solve equations, you want to do order of operations backwards. That's why so I'm going to do adding and subtracting first, because when you do order of operations, you multiply and divide first, so you go backwards. So number 1, this is 3 times x minus 6. So I need to get rid of this negative 6 first, so I need to add and subtract first. So I'm going to add 6 to this side and this side. These cancel out. Now you have 3x equals 21, because 15 and 6 is 21. The next step is to divide both sides by 3. So 21 divided by 3 is 7. So my answer is 7. Number 2, you want to get rid of the 3 first, because this is 15 times x, and you need to add and subtract first. So I'm going to subtract 3 first, cancels out, so 15x equals 45. Now I need to divide both sides by 15. So x equals 3, because 45 divided by 15 is 3. The third problem, it's b divided by 3 plus 13. So you need to subtract 13 first. These cancel out. Now rewrite b divided by 3 equals negative 2. So to solve, you multiply both sides by 3. These cancel out. b equals negative 6. And then number 4, it's t divided by 4 minus 10. You need to get rid of the negative 10 first, so you add 10 to each side. So it's t divided by 4 equals 4, and then multiply both sides by 4. So t equals 16 is your answer. And down here there's more problems. So the number 1, this is being multiplied. Negative 3v plus 7 is multiplied. So I need to get rid of this 7 first. So I'm going to subtract 7 from both sides. This cancels out, so negative 3v equals negative 6. And then I divide both sides by negative 3. This cancels out, v equals 2 is my answer. And then number 2, this 6 and f are being multiplied. This is actually a negative 6 times an f. So I need to get rid of this 13. This is a positive 13 right here. It's a positive 13, so I'm going to subtract 13. This cancels out. Be careful when bringing this down that this is going to be a negative 6f. And then 31 minus 13 is positive 18. So now I divide both sides by negative 6. F equals negative 3 is your answer. And then number 3, to solve for y, you're going to add 9 first. This cancels out. I'm going to rewrite this with a negative on the bottom. This negative can either be on the top, in the middle, or on the bottom. But it's easier for me to think of it as y divided by negative 7 equals negative 3. So now, to solve for y, I multiply both sides by negative 7. So this cancels out. Y equals negative 3 times negative 7 is positive 21. And then the last one, I need to get rid of, this is, let's put a negative 1 out front there. I need to get rid of this positive 5 first, because this is negative 1 times x, and I add or subtract first. So I subtract 5 here and here. This cancels out. So I have negative 1x equals 12. So I don't add 1 to each side to solve. I divide both sides by negative 1. So x equals negative 12 is my answer.